Welcome to the Nitro Jungle. What's up, Nitro Nation? Back at the cave. Hey, what's that? What they used to say, I don't know what show it was, or where they'd say, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Meanwhile, back at the cave. So anyway, you know, like I said, proof is in the pudding. You guys seen her run? She brapped her little tail off. You know, OG Mugen MBX 5 Pro Spect. You know, I used to think this was a MBX 5R. Oops, for a long time. I mean, they're pretty much similar. The only difference between this, the R, and this one is this one has thicker shock towers. I think the R has graphite, I believe, or carbon fiber. I'm not sure. This one has 7075 aluminum, 5mm. Like, these things are thicker than any vehicle I have. Thicker than the Mugen Truggy, which is 14 years newer. The Techno, you know. These are the biggest, you know, and thank God some of the, I mean, the Runaway that I had when this thing smacked the wall doing, you know, over 40. You know, if it wasn't for these shock towers and my front brace and all that, this thing would have been, like, done like dinner. So anyway, you know, Monkey Maniac's kind of, I'm not really pissed off. I mean, I guess I could be. I'm just really disappointed. You know, so we talked about this guy, and I'll just put his name out there. Like I said, I don't hate the guy. Nitro Bird. I'm going to call him Nitro Turkey. Because, you know, the guy's just a turkey, man. I'm just going to call it how I see it, you know. He you know, says, oh, I'm going to put what I learned from the Muggy. And, like, you know, I thought we were cool. And then I didn't teach him to tear your bump box off. Or I didn't teach, you know, by sitting there trying to start it, you know, and beat the hell out of it. When all you got to do is, you know, from what I've explained it plenty of times. You guess you weren't paying attention. All you got to do is lean the low-speed needle out, which means you go counterclockwise. Little by little, lean it until you bump it and it fires up. You know, it might not fire up like right away, like I said, but it should fire up a lot easier. You know, I've never, out of the no Verocis that I've broken in 28.8 Rex Legends and that I've seen done by Mr. Za, I've never ever seen him struggle at trying to start it. Sometimes it takes a minute, you know, and you know, he'll have to give it some throttle, and you know, but you know, to top it off, the fact that you know, this guy is you don't leave your freaking glow igniter in your motor while you're breaking it in. Adjust the needle. That's laziness, retardation, dumb, stupid, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. I didn't show him how to do that. You know, I didn't tell him, you know, hey, that's how, you know, that's not how you break in a motor. That's bad for the motor. Bad for your bump box. You guys want to tear up your wheels? Go ahead, man. I've done it plenty of times, so that's why I can tell you that. I was the guy that kept doing that. You know, sitting there beating the hell out of it, trying to get it to start, when I knew, you know, or didn't know, and eventually learned that it's too rich. It doesn't want to start. And you can't, I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but it's just not good to break in a brand new Novarossi 28.8 with the igniter sticking out of it. You do what you want. You guys can watch this video if you want to do it that way. I've never done it that way. I've never seen anybody do it that way, including Adam Drake and other, you know, pros. Never. And also, I've never seen anybody run 25% to break in a motor. You tell me who has done that, that's got any validation of credibility, you know, and I've learned that from pros before even Mr. Za. And then also the reason I got pissed at the guy is because, you know, he threw, you know, he didn't say my name, but I knew he was talking about me. Oh, yeah, well, some guy taught me, or told me that once you go 30%, you can't go backwards in fuel. Because, you know, and I talked to my hobby shop or whatever guy, and he said that's bullshit. Really? Well, your hobby shop guy doesn't know what the F he's talking about. I learned that from pro drivers, like I said. Nobody's breaking in anything with 25%. If they are, they're idiots. I've never seen Bodegel do that ever. I didn't learn Bodegel from him saying, oh yeah, you want to break it in with 25%. Never. You show me the video, tell me the video, correct me if I'm wrong that he said that or that he showed anybody that. Break in your motor with 25% fuel. Don't worry about 20%. Break it in with 20. Why don't you just break it in with 30? What's the difference? You know, so I mean, that's what pissed me off about the guy. And then he's throwing my name around like he learned that from me. He didn't learn that shit from me. I never taught him that. So that's a lie right there. And then on top of that, I remade my list, and he's crossed off my list for now. I don't hate the guy. I'm not mad at him. I'm just disappointed, like I said. And another guy, he doesn't think that I'm going to go on his channel. I'm going to throw his name out there too, the Woogie guy, and I'm going to call him, you know, the Wookie guy. I thought we were cool. And if you're watching this video, I thought we were cool. You don't think I'm going to read comments? So I go on the Nitro Birds to finish watching to see what happened at the end of the video because I had a hard time watching it. And I see a comment from Woogie, Mr. Wookie, I'm going to call him. Now him I'm pissed off at. So I unfriend him on my Facebook Messenger. So don't even waste your time trying to contact me. And I will check out your guys' videos, by the way. Nitro Turkey, I'm going to call you. I'm just messing with you. Nitro Bird. You know, like I said, I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. That's a strong word. I've never hated anybody, and I don't hate anybody. Even the Nitro Nerd, I don't hate that guy. Just disappointed in the way he came at me and all that shit we went through. You know, maybe we'll kiss and make up, so to speak. You know, whatever. I mean, he's just kind of moved on. I'm sure he's going to try to take jabs. I mean, whatever, bring it. My game's solid, man. You want to bring it, bring it. I'm solid. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about 99% of the time. Like I said, it doesn't mean I'm always right. I'm wrong just like anybody else. I mean, I can dish it out, but I can also take it too. Whatever you got, bring it. Don't worry about my feelings, you know? So anyway, I go and check a comment, and Woogie's like, oh yeah, don't worry about him, Nitro Bird. You know, he's an asshole. Exact words he said, I'm an asshole. He didn't say like he was kidding. He said, I'm an asshole. So maybe I read into it wrong. I don't know. But the only way that you're going to actually apologize to me is by whenever you get around to making a video, you'll put it on your video, I'm sure. Because I'm sure either that or you're going to talk shit about me. Okay? You know, and this is what I'm talking about in Nitro. People will go behind your back. People will start, you know, talking. He has no reason to call me an asshole. Why am I an asshole? Because I called the guy out on his shit? I'll call you out on your shit just as well. I have called you out. Actually, I thought I was helping you. And you call me an asshole? Oh, don't worry about him, Nitro Bird. Muggy's an asshole. I mean, but he's right. So what does that mean? I'm right, but I'm an asshole, so you think I'm an asshole. Well, then cool. You're on your own. I'm done with you, too. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time with idiots that, you know, think that they can just talk behind your back or talk shit to you, and I'm not gonna say nothing. Fuck you. I mean, excuse my language. I mean, that just pissed me off. I would probably let Nitro Bird back on my channel before I will, because he just doesn't know any better. He just, you know, he's has to learn the hard way, or he's just, you know, it got crossed up, his wires got crossed, and he misunderstood something I said or whatever, and, you know, hey, honest mistakes. But as far as the Woogie calling me an asshole, well, you're an asshole too for calling me an asshole. So you're out too. Blocked, unsubscribe to your channel. I could care less what you do. You're on your own. Good luck. Okay, so anyway, that's what's going on with that. I just want to put that out there because you guys are going to watch these guys and they're going to talk shit about me or whatever they're going to do. You know, country folks stick together. I lived in the country for many, many years. So, you know, I'm not going to get, you know, personal, even though, you know, one of them called me a liar and the other one called me an asshole. So, you know, it is what it is, but enough of that. You know, I'm trying to be calm about it and civil, but it doesn't mean I'm going to expose and call these guys out. And they're not the only ones. I'll call anybody out that talks shit, like I said. That's why Nitro Nerd wanted to, you know, go toe-to-toe with me because I just think that he just wanted to ruffle my feathers, and he liked somebody that he knew was going to put up a fight. I wasn't going to run from him. I ain't running from nobody. So if you got it, bring it. Prove it. Proof's in the pudding. Like I said, don't let your mouth write checks your ass can't cash. Okay? Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't come up on my channel. Don't go behind my back and talk shit or whatever unless you got facts, unless you know the whole deal. Okay? And that's about as real as I can get. You know, because I'm trying to help people out. And I can't, you know, and then I got people that are undoing what I'm trying to do. And then misrepresenting my name and throwing my name out there. And then I got somebody else stabbing me in the back and taking somebody else's side. Yeah, I guess country, you know, kin sticks together. Country folks, whatever, I get it. I understand. Stick with your buddy. You and Nitro, Mr. Wookie and Nitro Turkey, you guys figure it out yourselves. Dumb and Dumber. So, until both of you guys make an apology to me, or, you know, and I really don't care if you do. I'm not going to beg for a dance. I'm not going to beg you guys to do anything. I really don't care now. It is what it is. Do what you want to do. I'm going to continue to teach people like Nitro only, like my brothers up here that actually, you know, are rebels, but with a cause. And these guys actually got, you know, enough sense to, you know, do their homework, you know, be true to the to Nitro, and, you know, just, they got more brains in their head. Get some people, like I said in the last video, a lot of ignorant people out there, man. Stupidity. And you know what, and I don't want to stereotype, like I said, but I'm going to call it how I see it. I get a lot of the idiots from these rednecks and you country people back east. If I offend people because I just said that, so be it. I'm calling it how I see it. All of these redneck, hicks in the sticks, guys in the woods, these are the guys, since I've been doing this, that I've had issues with. Nobody else. New York guys, you know. It's always these country rednecks in the sticks, hicks in the sticks I call them, and I've lived around those people and been there, done that, even though I am Hispanic. My dad, you want to see a picture? I'll show you a picture of my father and my mother right there. Here you go. My beautiful mother, and there's my dad. Colonel Sanders looking, redneck, so I can talk shit. Okay, he's my stepdad, not my real dad, biological dad, but he's like a real dad to me. That man right there takes care of my mother, you know, keeps her happy. You know, so I can talk shit about rednecks, and I've lived in Texas for many years, and others, yeah, and the people that I have issues with on my channel are always these freaking hillbillies, inbreds, rednecks, country people that live out in the middle of nowhere, don't know Dick from Tom and Harry, and don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Those are the only guys that I've had issues with in the past. Nobody else. Am I stereo? I'm just calling it how I see it. So I get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? And am I wrong? Okay, maybe I'm not, like I said, I admit it when I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading into this wrong. Correct me. Somebody, you guys that watch this video, state a case for these two guys. Otherwise, I'm done. I'm done with these two guys. Knuckleheads. And I'm moving on. You know, there's people out here, you know, that want to learn. And I'm willing to go the distance, you know, and I'm willing to you know, that's how we're supposed to be family. And I feel like those two guys were family members, and they just stabbed me in the back, man. Sad. But anyway, you know, guys like Big Jim, guys like Whipkey, you know, Daniel Fritz, San Antonio guy. You know, Floyd Bureau, hey, you know, shout out to Floyd, because Floyd just brought me some information, you know, and also shout out, you know, to Nitro. I call him the Nitro Whiz Kids, my little brat son there in Germany, man. That kid is like very, very, very sharp kid, man. He just needs to listen more, and I always tell him that. James Lights Out Jones doing his thing, you know? Just Joe, you know? And then I just watched Mr. Jason Autry, man. Shout out to him, man. That guy's so lucky. 20 minutes from LI Bash, ripping up with that MTXL. And so I'm watching that video, right? And then I comment on the below, and shout out to Floyd. Oh, now shout out to Don Foss. Hey, baby, Don, I got your back, bro. Don't worry about that. What that part we talked about? Hey, if it exists and it's on the planet Earth, the Muggy Maniac will find it. I got your back, bro. Now just don't tell anybody, because then everybody's gonna want me to find shit for him. And I'm a solo archaeologist for Nitro, but you know, I'll help you out. If I can't find it, hey baby, it don't exist. Just keep that in mind, Mr. Foss. But I got you. So anyway, Floyd. Oh yeah, shout out to Raja 111 doing his thing. Happy Memorial Day, Raja. You know, Elite RC, wherever you at, you're my, you know, he's my fifth scale guru. He keeps trying to talk me into fifth scale gas. You know, he's like, bro, you're ready, man. It's time. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not. John told me that too. You need, and I'm like, I'm not. And then I look at this thing right here, and you know, guys, I'm not a Losi TLR, and I sure in the hell ain't a Horizon. Now I'm even not more Horizon, and I'll explain that in a second. But anyway, I'm looking. Man, this thing, every time I look at it, man, it makes me Jones. You guys heard that word, Jones? You know, I want to keep up with it. I want this thing, man. This thing is... And I'm not a Losi guy. But if I'm going to get a fifth scale, I'm going to build the shit. I don't want an RTR. I mean, this thing is just... And I've seen them. You know, Compson's got a sick one. You know, thing is a beast. I mean, this thing, it's basically the Losi 8 4.0 buggy on steroids. And I remember Lee was telling me, he's like, bro, I paid $1,300 for his as a roller, because it's a roller, it doesn't come with anything, you know, the motor, electronics, all that. He's all, but for $749, that's about what you're paying for a brand new 8 scale Nitro platform, an MBX 8 Mugen, brand new one, Truggy, it's that price. Why not get a 5th scale? Man, and they haven't discontinued it yet. It brings me what I was going to talk to you guys about. I think this is important, and I know Floyd, I don't know if Floyd's putting it out there. I don't think so. So let me be the first to tell you, if I'm the first. Maybe you guys have heard this. But Horizon has officially discontinued, and I just contacted these guys before I started this video. They have discontinued the frickin' MTXL. The baddest, you know, I don't have one, but from the videos and Mr. Zaz, the baddest fifth scale monster truck that you can get. Badass, right? The MTXL is no longer available, man. And that's sad, man. I contacted the people, and the guy, oh yeah, we're sorry to sir for your inconvenience. You're sorry? No, the only thing I told, and this is what I told the guy, the only thing sorry is your sorry-ass company, Horizon, that continues to kick 8-scale Nitro and 5th-scale gas people in the ball sack. You're sorry. I couldn't believe that. They said because it didn't sell. How is that possible? Nobody wanted the baddest ass, the million subscribers that Mr. Zah has, not a handful of them, a smidgen of those million subscribers were interested in getting an MTXL? Or maybe couldn't afford it. I don't know. I don't even know what the price is on it, really. But Floyd was telling Autry this. And I made the comment. I'm like, oh my, you're kidding me, man. That's why I hate Horizon. That's a company I could say. That's the word I can use. That's where I can use the word hatred. I hate Horizon. Evil empire, man. And I said, A-Main needs to do a hostile takeover. And take over Horizon and show them how to market their shit. Because obviously these people don't. Oh, that's a losing quarter, so we're going to discontinue it. Really? Now I'm thinking I probably should pull the trigger. It says in stock I should get a Losi 5.0 buggy. I mean, these things are sick, man. I've seen them. Not one in person, but I'm not too much on the cab right there. It's kind of... I don't know. I think it should be... It has to be like that because of the motor, but I don't know. It's kind of boxy, I guess. Like a Volvo. But come on, man. Look at that thing. Like, oh, that guy's, I'm sure, about 5'10", 5'11", and that thing's a beast. Look at that. Look at that monster. Oh, yeah. Put the Bartolone on there, pipe. throw in the frickin', I don't know, I'd throw like an RC Max 40cc modded 990 carb outerwear. Do the Tim Allen shit. I want to get one because they might discontinue that shit too. I gotta talk to the lead about this. I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm gonna give him a call. Man, I'm like pissed at what's going on with now ex Nitro brothers. Now they're my ex. They're my exes. They're like a family. We just broke up. They just got exiled from the family. You know, if any of those two guys are watching this, Nitro Bird or Woogie, I don't hate you guys, but you got to understand my point. Excuse my language again. That's pretty fucked up. You know what I mean? I didn't teach you that, Nitro Bird. None of that shit that you said I'm gonna put to the test what I taught you. Like, you're putting me to the test? What experience do you even have, bro? Come on. I don't even want to get started again. You know what I mean? I just gotta let it go. It's all water under the bridge now. Those guys, did what they did. It is what it is, and I'm gonna move on. Move on to people that I just mentioned up on my new. I gotta make a new list. My new shout outs up here, new true Nitro brothers and Fitzgill brothers. And Elite said, hey man, when you go into Fitzgill, I got your back, bro. Don't even make a move until you talk to me or Mr. Za. When you're ready to grab your Fitzgill, and he goes, and since Elite RC has that sick ass 5B, man, I might have him give me a deal and snatch up one of his motors. He's like, hell no, I ain't giving you one of my motors. But no, he's those are guys that got your back. That's what it's about. Not people stabbing you in the back, people slandering your name, falsifying information. Man, guilty as charged, man. I'm out. You're out. Kick rocks. Anyway, Brap session went killer, man, with this thing. This thing is just, oh man, it looks filthy, right? Well, it got filthy. I mean, she got down and dirty. You guys seen it, man. As I started to lean it out a little bit, man, this thing started pulling wheelies. You seen those wheelies? That was crazy, man. Here, what? Before that, just that, I was saying, well, the 14 tooth isn't, this LRP isn't even alive yet. It's got now, what did I run? Maybe 1, 2, maybe 3. Well, by the way, yeah, I ran 3 tanks. 3 tanks? Yeah. 3 tanks? 3, 4, maybe 5 tanks. Yeah. So, I mean, I think you get like what? 1, 2, 3. You get like 6 tanks out of a quart of fuel. 6 150cc. This is a 150cc tank, by the way. This tank, I had to customize it. Oh, that's the only issue I have, which is good for me. Look, see that? Because I had to customize this. This isn't the tank that comes in the MBX5. Okay, this is the tank. I have a couple of them, extra tanks that I got with the MBX7 truggy. So I was like, you know what? I had to alter all 3 of my bodies. Matter of fact, all 3 of the bodies that I have, that red one, the God of War. I got to throw the God of War. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it back in God of War mode as soon as I clean her up. But anyway, this is 150 cc's instead of 125 cc's, which is good because these big motors, man, the .28s, the LRP 32s, the only one that's still good on fuel, man, and it's even modified, is my Reds. My Reds is very, very, plus I've got it shimmed where I want it, dialed in, and it's, man, killer on fuel, full tank, the same tank right here, man, I get over an hour runtime, full tank, on the modified Reds. On these big motors, hell no. This pipe was okay. Like I said, I'm still going to go back to a 13. I might keep this motor in here for a while. I really like the way it runs. I'm going to maybe do a good surface clean because it's not really filthy. It's just packed, running in that frickin' baseball field. I mean, even how dirty it is. Look how smooth it is still. Look at that. And this thing is frickin' 14 years old, and it's still like butter. Look at that. You know why? Because it doesn't have... This is actually smoother than my MBX7. Because remember, the MBX7 has the universals. See down in there? Universal center drive shafts. They make CVDs for these. I'm going to get them. It's going to smooth it out because that's why this thing's so smooth. Look. Those are CVDs in there. Those aren't, and they're both front and rear. That's why this thing's butter. And it's got CVDs in both front and rear, all the hubs. Like, it's full on. There's no universals in this baby. That's why, even though it's old, it's still smooth. Look at that. Thing's still money, man. It's dirty as hell. And this will be a lot smoother too as soon as I do the same thing. This isn't as smooth because it doesn't have the it's still smooth, but now Adam Drake has, I think what he was saying on his video when I watched about the difference. The difference in the CVDs and the DVD the CVD, I'm called DVDs. The CVDs, which are like these in here. They have the pin and everything in it. You gotta maintenance them. Like, I'm gonna tear all these apart, clean them out really good, re-lube them. That's the only setback. But these bite better, give you better traction and better grip than the universals. Universals are good, they're okay, but as Drake was saying, the CVDs are a lot better. They're just you just got to maintain them almost every time you run them. You got to clean them because otherwise they heat up and the friction and everything, and they'll start binding. But anyway, this LRP is coming alive, man. This thing was just getting it busy. I struggled a little bit with getting the idle, but again, it was just because it's cold. When they're cold, man, until you get up to don't go off tuning on as far as your heat. Just remember, don't waste your time at trying to tune a motor that's 100 degrees. Man, you're just wasting gas. You're going to get frustrated. Get it to at least 180 minimum. Gordy Tessman, Ty Tessman's dad, again, world champion mechanic and father of the world champion, not recently, but he has won a world championship. Ty Tessman, even Gordy Tessman said, man, you got to get it up to at least 180 before you start trying to get a good tune on it. And I heard people say so many different things. Man, I'm just going by, that's why I follow racing. I go by what these pros say. Yeah, they race and they don't bash, but hey, tuning a motor is tuning a motor, whether you're racing or bashing. Or like I said, I'm not a basher. You know what I am? This is what I forgot to even fill you guys in on a couple things in my last video. Like I said, I'm trying to edit my own videos and catch my own mistakes. And if you guys see any other mistakes, please let the Muggy Maniac know, because I'm human too. Alright? So the mistake that I made was, now I forgot, is, these tires are actually, they're holding up. I didn't have too much ballooning. They're pretty solid. I put some good AKA's liner in these, insert in these. But yeah, Ty Tessman's father and even Adam Drake, hey, don't go by the temperature tune, which means, go by where the temperature is and that's how you tune. But you need to get it to a certain temperature. You need to get it to at least 180 minimum. I want to get it to 200 before I'm even messing with needles. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, do what you want. Everybody has their own way. There's not a perfect or only one way to do it. There's just a lot of different ways. Whatever works for you is what works for you. If it's not working for you, then you might want to kind of, find somebody or find some kind of information, not just me. Like I said, I'm not the only, the buck doesn't stop here. There's other people. Adam Drake, Mr. Za, Elite RC, Ty Tessman, Ryan Mayfield. He doesn't do a lot of videos, but, Ryan Lutz still does a lot of videos, too. I learned a lot, and I don't mention him enough. Let me give a quick shout-out to Ryan Lutz. Man, I'm going to call that guy the team swapper. That guy's on his third team in, 3 years. Durango, then he went to Techno for a year, and then he went to, now he's with Agama. By the way, Agamas, they look pretty decent. I just don't know a lot about them. I really don't want to get into something that I'm not too familiar with, because then I'm going to waste a lot of time doing a lot of research on and trying to find parts. And man, I'm just decided already, and I'm going to find, till I find one that I like, however long that takes, I'm getting a Techno buggy. It only makes sense, even though my Mugen's buggy and truggy are 14 years apart. They don't make them like that anymore. I mean, this, I believe, is probably better made as far as for bashing wise than anything else out there. Oh yeah, to get to what I was talking about. See, I get sidetracked too. That's another thing. Muggy Maniac is so random, and I just babble all the time. That I categorize myself as a nitro 8th scale nitro enthusiast. 8th scale nitro recreationalist, which means anywhere, anyhow, anytime, any weather, I'm rapping it. I'm getting busy. I don't want to put myself in a box and say, oh, like a lot of people do, I'm a basher. What, you know, I already told you, you already know what a basher is. I don't want to be considered a basher. I hate that, even that term. I'm a basher, yeah, man, yeah. I'm a nitro gearhead enthusiast. The Muggy Maniac is a nitro sick in the head freaking 8 scale nitro fiend. That's what I am. I need my fix. Or I start shaking when I don't get my nitro fix. And I got some good fix today, man. I had fun with this thing. You guys seen it run. You know, I do, you know, regret, you know, at times where if I had a GoPro, a head cam, man, I can give you guys so much. If you guys see what I see, man, I know you guys are, and a lot of you guys that have the GoPros, you know what I'm talking about, man. There's just, I need to bring you guys better quality footage, and I'm doing what I'm doing, you know. But you know, when it comes to extra money to buy a GoPro, I'd rather put it into a motor, or I'd rather put it into a pipe. That's just me. I mean, I don't think it'll ever stop until I got enough, till I'm fat and full. My belly's nice and full with enough nitro stuff. You know, if I get another buggy here soon, I'll calm down for a minute. I'm cool. Well, you know, I've got 2 truggies. You know, because now I got a truggy and a buggy to match, 2 sets of them, which, you know, most people I've seen have the 1 set. Raja, Mr. Za, you know, whoever. I want to have 2 sets. 2 sets of quality truggy and buggy. That means I'm going to have to do a matching body then. If I get another, I might have to do, I've already got more Mugen buggy bodies. I might have to do a buggy body. Or I might have to do that extra Mugen body that I got because they sent me this messed up one. Remember I got the free one over there? I might have to do that one to match one of my... I might do it to match the God of War because that is the newer one. By the way, this body is my very first nitro paint job. Not my first paint job. I painted many when I was doing E-Word. But this is my first nitro paint job. And this thing is beat the hell up. If you look inside of this, I've got shoe glue everywhere, man. It's still holding up. I don't know how many times I've glued this thing. That's why I figured, you know what? Let me clean it up. Let me do a little, you know, masking, little trim on it. Let me throw some carbon fiber. You know, I mean, this is the first body that I got for the Mugen when I got it, because it didn't come with a body. It's the Proline Phantom. You can still get these. If you got a Mugen, and this is an MBX7 body, by the way. This isn't an MBX5. You can get any body as long as it's the same platform to fit any platform. You know, I just didn't like the way the 5s look. They're ugly. The 6s are ugly. When I seen the 7 and the way the cab is, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have that one. I like this the way this cab looks. And I just had to do extra cutting and customize it. Especially, I mean, look at how big that hole is. Usually it's not even that big. But because when I wanted to put this tank and make it fit, I had to customize it. Not only in the chassis, put different mounts in here. Because this tank is big. It's 150 cc's. The tank that goes in here, it's 125 cc's, so it's smaller. But it gives me more run time. Especially now that I'm, you know, every once in a while when I run the big boys in there. I'm telling you, man, this Mugen can handle anything. 14-year-old Cougar, old school, over a decade old, can handle anything. I've thrown a modified Pico. My modified Pico, my P3, 0.28, that thing's been in there. But it wasn't woken up yet. Now, that Pico, I want to put it back in here and see what it's got in here now. I'm going to have to put it in here with a Nova 41032 and the 9886 pipe in here. And this thing will, I tell you, this thing will get busy. But I'm not going to run 14 tooths anymore. They're just, because of the spur gear and the buggy, I think it's like a 43 or 42, I'm not sure. It just has plenty of top end with that spur. So when I put a 14 pinion in it, it just it doesn't kill it, but it's not as much bottom end. I mean, and this thing was already pulling wheelies up, but it's because it's, you know, it's got a .32, you know, it's got, you know, the muggy, I call it the MM modded LRP .32, which means muggy modded. It's got the Muggy's custom, like I'm some professional. It's got the Muggy's custom sleeve work and some custom crank work on it, man. I'm telling you, man, since I'm going to keep this one as a stalker because I'm getting another one modded, I might just learn. I want to learn it. I might just learn, and I've seen videos on it, and a couple of buddies of mine, and you know, other guys that I know personally that mod motors, will not teach me, but they'll explain, and you can YouTube it. I've seen guys do it to fill the crank on here. That'll help. And you know, who knows? Maybe throw some ceramic bearings on it. I want a DLC coated crank on it. The DLC coated cranks are just expensive, man. You're not going to touch one for less than $150 used on eBay, but I don't know why you want to buy a used crank. Brand new, you're going to spend almost $200 on any DLC crank. Now, I don't know what they cost to coat, because I never had one coated, never had one done. But you know, who knows? That's like I said, that's next level. That's double next level. So anyway, this thing runs killer. I'm gonna take this pipe up, clean it out, shine it all up, and get it ready. But this thing, you guys heard it, man. This thing is. You seen that guy in my video when he was jogging or walking by? That guy, he looked back. Did you guys see that? he got scared when he heard the LRP .32 and the Mugen creeping up. He got scared. He was like, oh. Looked like he kept looking back. If you guys see on my video, looked like he was going to start running. He was like, the Muggy Maniac was like, you know, he was like, holy crap, man. That little evil little buggy there is going to come, you know, bite my ankles. But that was funny, though. But no, she got busy. You know, and for whoever that guy was, Mr. Oh, you only run on the grass. Here, I did some dirt for you. I run both. A lot of times when I run on the grass, there's all kinds of landmines and gophers push those holes up and make those mounds. I've been flying, I thought it was grass, and hit those little things and just went flying everywhere. This thing flipped a few times. I didn't catch it on video. I think it was after I was done filming because I still brapped for a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm very happy. She ran well. She held up. We had no issues other than, you know, lost one of the little mounting screws that hold the tank, this piece of the tank in. Other than that, you know, this LRP just still needs a lot more fuel run through it, man. It needs another quart, and I think it'll start to get. I can feel it getting stronger. It is getting stronger and stronger. It's only like the third time that I ran it since I've broken it in. It's still brand new. So anyway, we're going to clean this baby. We're going to take the tires off, clean those first, Muggy Maniac style. We're going to take the wing off, clean that. Obviously, we're going to pull the motor out, clean that all up, pull the pipe, clean that. We're going to clean everything except for the front, the whole front end, and the rear end for now. I don't know if I'll get to that tonight. I might not have time. But that's just my basics. Tank, clean it out. Make sure when you guys clean your tank, when you take your plug out before, you know, you heard this plenty of times, clean out around your cooling fin really good before you open it up. Take the plug out because you don't want anything to drop in there. And also, before you even put any after run oil, put your vehicle, undo your lines and plug them up. You can leave your carburetor off, but I would take, after I clean around it, then pull the carburetor off. That way nothing falls in. Just make sure you clean around it real good. I put a cloth, take the plug out after everything's, you know, pretty surface clean. I don't want nothing falling in the carburetor, throat, or inside of the head. I put a cloth over it, and I put it on my bump box, and I bump it before I even put any after run oil in it at all, because you want to clear. There's still nitro fluid inside of your motor. Okay, FYI. So I see a lot of people, they do everything, but they don't even clear the fuel out of there. They're leaving the fuel in there, and then they're putting their after run in on top of that. And that's why you got to clear that fuel out, because there's fuel in there. Trust me. Fuel's in your carburetor right now, mine right now. Fuel's in my motor sitting in there. I put it on my bump box, take the plug out, take the carburetor, throw it out. I mean the filter, Put a cloth, so, because sometimes if there's a nut, it'll pop out. And bam, 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 hit it a few times. Make sure all the old fuel's out of there. Then I take the muggy juice, my little muggy sauce I got. This is my special blend. If you guys want to know what it is, let me know and I'll hook you up with my secret recipe. This stuff is the bomb though. And I got this recipe from Adam Drake, but I use a couple different, I use a different additive and something extra that he doesn't use that work really killer. So anyway, that's all I got. That was about 40 minutes. This will probably be one of the shortest videos that I've done in a while. But anyway, I got that off my chest. That's, you know, if these guys want to talk trash about me, whatever. I'm just not even dealing with them. I'm moving on. It is what it is. You know, it sucks and it's sad, you know, and, you know, I felt like I was betrayed, you know. I'm not all, oh, butthurt, and, oh, these guys, I thought they were my fan. To hell with all that. I'm not even, I ain't even about that. It's, you know, in one sense it disgusts me, in the other sense it's just disappointing, you know. We don't need this type of crap in 8-scale nitro. And on top of that, you got Horizon, you know, kicking us in the balls by discontinuing shit every time it doesn't sell 1 month. They scrap the shit. That's why I can't stand them. I might not even get a Losi. I might just go through King Motors. You know, they have some good platforms that Elite was showing me, man. So anyway, we'll come to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm just worried about, the only thing, I'm not worried about nothing. The only thing that I'm concerned about is helping you guys out, making sure you guys do things the way that it's supposed to be done, the way that I was, I'm passing on the things that I learned, and other things that I've already known. It's just a smaller scale of what I've been raised around. Engines, top fuel stuff, drag racing, all that stuff, man. I was going to show you a clip, but I'll save it for another video. I have some other information that I wanted to share with some of the newbies, some, you know, fun facts and basics and stuff that'll help you guys out. But anyway, I don't want to run this video another hour, 40 minutes or whatever we got going right now, 42 minutes. That's plenty. You guys enjoy the videos. You guys have a great week. I'll catch you guys whenever, maybe in a couple days, whatever. Or the next BRAP session, or, you know, whenever something comes up that, you know, that I need to share with you guys. So, you heard it here, or might not have heard it here, I don't know, but the Losi MTXL is discontinued. Sad. Badass, fifth scale, Mr. Zos has one of them and knows a lot of people, and people say those things are the fifth scale badass monster truck. Now that's a monster truck that's cool because it's fifth scale and it's gas, and you know, even though you do got a pull start, I don't get that. Then we're supposed to get away from pull starts. I think I mentioned that. It's like, you know, we're going back to pull starts again. Didn't we get away from that? You know, I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. But it's badass. But well, not now, because unless you got eBay. You know, you guys need to get with the program, man. I don't got just one laptop. I got 2 laptops. I'm looking on this here for one of my brothers, trying to find him something. I'm over here, you know, checking out, trying to find me and my next whip. You know, that's what it's got. You got to get with the program, people. Get with the times, man. Some of you know, you country kin, you guys need to get off the damn typewriter, man. Come on. This is 2019. It ain't typewriter shit no more. You gotta get a laptop. It's a mandatory thing, man. Unless you got track day hobbies around the corner. And if you do, man, hey, you're freaking lucky. I was giving shit to Mr. Autry, Jason Autry, after watching this video, and, you know, I was conversating with him and chatting with him, and Floyd Brewer was on there, and I was like, man, I see you doing a lot of these videos, man. What, do you live there? He said, laugh out loud. He goes, no, man. He goes, I'm pretty fortunate. I live 20 minutes from here. I'm like, dude, I wish I lived 20 minutes from that place, from Li Bash. Man, I'm jealous. Man, all I need across the street from there would be track day hobbies, man. That'd be living the dream right there. Well, let me come off my cloud. Yeah, so the laptop, gotta have them. Unless you have one of those hobby shops. And then you got to deal with a hobby shop. Those guys don't know dick about nitro. I've got plenty of them around here, and they don't know nothing about nitro. All they know about is Traxxas. Bull BS. So anyway, believe what you want. Do your homework. Don't take my word. Draw your own conclusion. Do your own studying. And you better study, because I am going to judge whoever has the best uploaded video of a rip session, okay, with your whip, tuned, not just running around with smoke coming out of it looking like the space shuttle taking off from Cape Canaveral and shit, leaving smoke trails. Okay, I'm talking, you know, a little puff, you know, which was your little splutter, like Mr. What was that guy? The guy for Team Kyosho? Mike Croddick. You must have a little articulated idle for at least 10 seconds or less should settle down. Less than 10 seconds should settle down. And then you should be able to get on the gas, and it should have a little splutter and then take off. So anyway, yeah. Have your splitter going. Have that thing dialed. We'll see. And the winner, I'll even throw in this little cap because I really don't use it. Man, you get a badass Y1 086. It's a pretty good knockoff of an 086 Dynamite. And this header is no slouch. It's a good combo. This will run on anything you got stock. I wouldn't recommend this on like a full modified. I even think this is really not enough for this motor. I might put the 086. The 086. I might put the 41032 and the 9886 back on the LRP. I think I liked it a little better than this. I just wanted to try it. Anyway, I mean, it's a good pipe. So anyway, that's going to be shined up, polished up, and wrapped up for the winner. We'll get that. And I might throw in some extra goodies. Who knows? I'll make that decision when I come to it. But let's see who even does it. Last time was like 2 or 3 guys. Lazy people, man. You guys are lazy. I'm giving you guys shit. What do I need to give a motor away, and all of a sudden you guys would get off your ass? I bet you would. I shouldn't have to give nothing away. You guys should be doing, you know, I shouldn't be having to give anything for something you guys should already be doing. If you're true to nitro. If you're really sold out, 100%, both feet in, nitro, 8 scale only. Okay, so I don't know where you're at. Like I said, are you a scrub? Are you a newbie? Sophomore? Freshman? Junior? Senior? I know there's senior. I know there's a little bit of everything out there. Okay? You know? But only you can answer that. So, I don't know. Can you guys tune? Well, I don't know. That's, again, like I said, only you can answer that question. And the proof is in the pudding. So, that's all I got. You guys are still out there retired for till it gets nice and warm enough for you. Just make sure you set the piston bottom dead center. Throw some of that muggy juice or whatever lubrication you got in there, and don't jack up your motor. So that's all I got, people. Muggy maniacs out. I gotta start cleaning this little dirty cougar here. She worked today. The LRP really tried to give it all it had, and the Mugen buggy said, "That's all you got? Bring it, man. Bring that shit. I got that. You need to be fully modified to even come talk shit up in my chassis." All right, people. Peace.